Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Nate Anime and welcome back to my channel. So I got some Itasha news for you guys, but it's not really the news I want to bring, unfortunately. It's actually some really bad news. Some bad news and some really upsetting news. Now, if you guys remember my last news segment video that I did, I was referring and telling you guys about a lot of conventions that were going to have Itasha showings. This particular convention was one of them, lolcon. This was going to be a convention located on the east coast of the United States. Was speculated to have at least 50 to 60 plus vehicles there. Probably going to be like the biggest like Itasha event on the east coast. Just not just event, but like I guess like convention or something. It was also kind of an art festival as well. Well, unfortunately, this convention is canceled, and I am kind of upset about that, but not the type of upset that I would be if this was a normal convention that was canceled under normal circumstances. This, unfortunately, is not one of those cases. In fact, this is actually like 10 times worse. So the reason this convention was actually canceled, because believe it or not, the people who are running the event, setting it up and everything and advertising it and whatnot, apparently they've been stealing art from other artists to use as their logos, used to sell clothing, everything. Everything that this convention has stolen art from the convention itself, not the artists who are going to be vending at this convention, just the convention itself. They were making a lot of merchandise, selling a lot of merchandise with stolen art from actual artists who did not know that their art was actually being stolen and being plastered on stuff like shoes, bags, jackets, shirts, everything you can think of. Their art was just being stolen left and right and being sold by this convention. Now, apparently, and I have actually seen these guys around a couple of the conventions I've been to. They have been, I think, selling stuff at other conventions because they're not really a real convention. If this convention would have happened, this would have been their first convention they've ever held. lolcon has never had a convention before, but this would be their first convention that they ever held in Florida, like in the United States, like at all. So this would have been their first thing. But they've been going around kind of like advertising themselves, I guess, trying to, hype up the situation, make it more known that this is going to be happening and that we're going to be having, this and that and the other at this convention, and it's going to be a real big thing. And at the same time, yeah, I actually did think it was going to be a big thing, but that's until I found out that they were stealing art from artists. Since then, though, within the span of 5 days, 4 or 5 days now. I'm trying to remember how far back this was, because this news was actually broken by someone very reputable in the Itasha community. I won't name him because I don't want anybody going to find him or harassing him, because he really is a great guy. He really is, and I thank him very much for letting the whole entire community know about this issue. And basically what happened was he let the whole entire community know that this issue was going on. Word to mouth went around the whole entire community, and next thing you know, everybody's now looking at lolcon for answers. And well, as you can see right here, they've given us the answers. He pointed out that they were stealing art, and well, turns out it's true. Turns out it's really true. Now, I do have some examples here that they're selling. I believe it looks like to be a jacket or something. I want to say it's a jacket or something. I believe this character is like Kingdom of Hearts character, if I'm right. This is one of the examples of them stealing art. You can see right here the Kingdom of Hearts character right here on the top, and then this is lolcon redoing the whole entire thing, and it really was just a copy and paste with some Photoshop, and they put it onto a jacket. Like, seriously, like, this is what they were doing, and there's so much more. Unfortunately, I don't think I have that much stuff. I didn't really go out and search or anything like that. So here's another one. Again with Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. I believe this down here is the original art, and right up there is the Lovers Over Losers, the LOL merchandise. Basically copy and paste, put on the hoodie. Not cool. That is not cool at all. Like, seriously, like, why would you even do this? Like, I'm really upset about this because this kind of like brings like really bad attention not only to the Itasha community, because one, the Itasha community really got screwed over because of this convention, but just the anime community in general, the convention community in general, because, you know, there's already a lot of bad stigma about liking anime and even wrapping your vehicle in anime, and just, you know, just being a part of the anime culture in general. This doesn't make it any better, and I am really, really upset, and I actually do want to apologize for referring you guys to this convention. If I would have known this sooner, I would have not promoted it in any way, shape, or form. Now, I do have some other works. Now, funny, this is actually their main art that they've been throwing around for the past couple of days now. Now, again, as I said before, everything's stolen art. This is 100% stolen art. Now, obviously, the LOL is theirs, but the Nezuko down here, again, this is photoshopped art that has been repurposed for their stuff. Now, this is the original art. The original art actually comes from what appears to be a Japanese artist. This Japanese artist did this picture of Nezuko, and then if I go down here, you can see this is the stolen art repurposed and used by lolcon. And again, as I said before, I think this post is just a little bit too small for you guys, but this is the best example, and I guess unfortunately the biggest picture I have right now of them actually using this art. Someone's stolen art, this guy's stolen art, and using it to sell merchandise. And you know what they said about this, and this is the kicker. This was the kicker. This is like the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. But they actually claimed that this is fan art. That what they're doing right now, copy and pasting other works, is fan art? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know what type of logic they're using or what they're going to try to do by saying that, but that's not how it works. It's stolen art is stolen art. That's just how it is. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know why this is, like, they're acting like this is, you know, nothing. This is literally stolen art. Well, anyways, since then, they have put out some apologies, blah, 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 you know, the whole, you know, enchilada, you know, Logan Paul apology. But yeah, this is them saying that they canceled the convention. If you guys didn't know it, actually, the convention was actually split up into two parts. It was supposed to take part on a beach in Jacksonville, and then it was supposed to then the second part of the convention was supposed to, like, take place at a restaurant, at like a parking lot in a restaurant somewhere. From what I know is the parking lots were fairly huge, so they were going to accommodate everything, not just the Itashas, but even all the vendors and artists and stuff like that. So yeah, both of these have been canceled. This is the second one, saying they just canceled the one at the restaurant that was going to be held there on Sunday. They were both going to be held on 2 separate days, which now I think about it, it's kind of hard, you know, having the vendors move from location to location. I mean, it's already hard enough setting up for the first day to then move to a different location on the second day. It's a little bit crazy now that I actually think about that. But yeah, this is them just saying that they, sincerely apologize, that they're going to be refunding all of the vendors fully. So far, I've been seeing complaints that hasn't been the case so far, and some of them are actually going to like go like a little bit above and beyond to put out like dispute charges or something like that. But yeah, I am very upset that this did happen, and I do feel really bad for the vendors who put all these plans out, because I know there's a lot of people out there who still have plans on not going to the convention. But people have hotels booked now, and it's like, what are you gonna do? But at the same time, nobody wants to support a convention that's literally stealing art. Like, it'd be one thing, if they, stole maybe just one piece of art, and then the rest was created all on their own. But they stole everything. And I wish I had pictures of this, because I believe pictures of this were being like thrown around the community not too long ago. But unfortunately, I did miss out. But I'm telling you, like shoes, hats, I think even face masks at some point. Everything you can think of, posters, just about everything had stolen art on it. It was just photoshopped and then put onto the merchandise that they were selling. And if I'm right, which unfortunately I think they did take down the website. I do believe they're still taking orders, even though the website is not here anymore. I do believe they're taking orders. They did a post recently. Let me see here. More refunds are being sent out. I've heard that again. I've heard that's a lie. People have not seen proof of that. It is what it is. And there needs to be some shame thrown out to this convention and to the people who organized it. If you guys happen to be watching this, which I don't think you guys are, but if you guys ever come across this video, please do better. Don't be thieves. Do the right thing. Okay, yes, you got a whole bunch of people hyped up for this convention. I got hyped up by it too, because I thought it was going to be, like a really good convention. It did seem to be a really good convention. Not going to lie. 50 or 80 plus vehicles at this convention wrapped in anime, and then just, having a convention out in Jacksonville on the beach. It sounded pretty good. It did. And it probably would have been really good too. They just didn't steal the art, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, though, I think I've been talking way too much about this. I think I'm almost like 17 minutes in. That's how big this news report is. It's really crazy, and I kind of wanted to wait a little bit longer so I can get everything, or get as much stuff as I could on my own. And this is as much as I can get right now. I'm gonna cover this until this is completely over. So if I find out any more stuff, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, obviously, lolcon's canceled. So everything I said in the last news video, scratch that. Oh, and by the way, that's another thing too. It was a free event. It was a completely free event. But see, I know why it was free, because they must have been making some type of bank off of that merchandise. And I feel really bad for the artist whose art was stolen. Really, come on, man. Like, not just the anime community, not just the art anime community, but, the anime community, the art anime community, and even the Itasha community. We put so much work, blood, sweat, and tears into creating these very awesome pieces of work to do whatever it may be, whether it be, selling them at conventions, in artist alleys, whether it be the artists who commission Itasha wraps to then have them wrapped onto someone's vehicle. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into that, and it's really easy to copy and paste Photoshop and put stuff on merchandise than actually doing the work yourself. And I think the people over at lolcon figured that out. But here's the thing. That's not the right thing to do. It's not. So yeah. Alright, so now that I'm done talking about that very depressing and very sad news, I do have an event and one car meet for you guys to attend if you want to see some really cool Itasha vehicles up close and personal. So the first event up is the Brick City Anime Fest in Ocala, Florida at the World Equestrian Center. This event will be held on February the 12th and February the 13th. This is a very small convention. It's not big. I'll say it's medium. It depends on how much room they decide to take. If you remember the Ocala Comic-Con, I believe it's going to be held in that same exact building. So if you ever watched that video and you've seen that building, that's where it's going to be held, and that's how big it could potentially be. Now, if you remember in that video, they actually didn't take up the whole entire building. Ocala Comic-Con decided to only take up half, so maybe Brick City Anime Fest might decide to take up the whole entire building. Who knows? But if that's the case, it might be a little bit of a better convention. And on top of that, it is the first one of its kind to come to Ocala. Besides the Ocala Comic-Con, we really haven't had any anime conventions, and even if we did have any conventions, most of those conventions were held in a hotel somewhere in Ocala. So again, Brick City Anime Festival in Ocala, Florida, at the World Equestrian Center on February the 12th and February the 13th. Alright, so last but not least, I do have one car meet for you guys. This car meet will be held at Desertland Park in Orlando, Florida, and this car meet will be hosted by the Cars and Cosplay Group in Orlando, Florida. This is a car meet that runs every other Wednesday. So stuff you can see at this event are some really cool Itasha vehicles, as well as some really good customized vehicles as well. It's not all Itasha vehicles. If you have any Itasha vehicles, I do encourage you to come out. It is a free car meet. You can actually park inside of the building, believe it or not. If you've seen some of my old videos of me going to Desertland on one of those Wednesday meets, yes, you can actually pull in your car and park inside the building and display your car there. It's really cool. Okay, so one more thing I want to touch on. As you guys know, at the end of these news segments, I usually do what I just did just now, which is tell you guys about car meets and events and stuff like that. Well, honestly, believe it or not, I sometimes have a hard time knowing when there are car meets and when there are events, and sometimes I just don't know when there are car meets and there are events. If you guys do actually know about any car meets or any conventions that will have Itasha styled vehicles and want to let me know, just make sure to DM me in Instagram, and I will definitely do my best to try to make that known within the community on my channel, because again, sometimes I just really don't know about these events. Honestly, I think someone down in the comments actually told me about an event that was happening somewhere up north in North Carolina or something. I didn't know about that at all. So I don't know about all these events. These are all the events that I'm able to, find on my own. But again, if there are any events that you guys know about, please let me know in my Instagram. Make sure to DM me information and stuff like that, and I will try to report it when I get the chance. But yeah, anyways, this video has gone on way too long. Way too long, and I think I'm going to end it right here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That's all the time I have for today in this video. I hope to see you guys in my next one.